Namaste everybody. Today is the day I am going to resize the band on my GMW-B5000. As you can see, it's pretty loose even when it is clasped. You all saw during the unboxing how loose it was. That's why I couldn't do a proper wrist shot and I had to wait till today to get it done. And let's get it done. And I measured the inner circumference of the watch. It's about 8.3. There is going to be error because I had to use a tape measure on the inside. I checked the length of each link. That is about a quarter of an inch. And the difference between the inner circumference of the watch and my wrist circumference is about an inch and a half. So if you do the math, that is roughly about 4 or 5 links. So I'm going to remove 3 from the top and 2 from the bottom, total of 5 links. So let's get started. A major thanks to Random Rob, whose video I had to see and get some advice as to how to deal with this particular band, because it's apparently a different kind of band which most watches don't have. So you have to be really careful. So the first thing I'm going to do is, there is no room here for the spring bar tool to go inside. Let me just quickly open this. First thing you do, go to the clasp and use this tool, the pusher pin, stick it in that hole. Press it and wiggle it a bit. So when you do that, so you have to be really careful so as to not scratch it. It is out, so but it is stuck. So let's do that from the other side as well. It's out from one side. I don't want to scratch any of this surface, so I have to be extremely careful. Press, release. Okay, good. So this is the spring bar at the clasp. Let's set it aside, but make sure you know which goes where, in case they're of all different sizes. This is the top and this is the bottom, and as we discussed, we are going to remove 1 and 2 and 3 from here and 2 from the bottom. So you don't really have to use a spring bar tool. It could be done, but no spring bar is going to go in that tiny gap. So you'll have to push the pin inside and then wiggle it to get the link out. Let us skip this one and go for these 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, use the pin pusher, push it in, and you'll have to pull it away. Let's do it from the other end as well. I have pushed it all the way in, but it's still stuck. So I'll have to push the spring bar from the other end. This one. All right, there you go. It's out, and there is a spring bar we just pushed. Now keep it aside. Now if you do the comparison, this is a spring bar of the link, this is a spring bar of the buckle. We will remove 1, 2. You don't have to remove individually, you just have to remove the last one. 1, 2, 3, and then you'll have to connect this one to this one, which means we'll have to push the spring bar on this one. Push, leave, go to the other side, push, try to wiggle it a bit. Okay, it can be a bit stubborn, so be careful. Your main goal should be to not scratch it. All right. That was some really cheap quality pin pushing tool. It broke. Damn. All right. Okay, so we have removed 3 links from the top. Okay, once that is done, make sure you hold it really tight with your fingers and then use your spring bar tool and push it in. While you push it in, you also have to push the link towards the other link. Okay, it's aligned. Use the spring bar tool. There you go. It's done. Really tricky, this band, not even kidding. Now we'll have to remove 2 links from this end. So I'm going to remove using the SIM tray removal pin. Wiggle it, it's loose on one end. It has to come out from this end. Alright, there you go. It's out. So we are removing 2 links here, which means you'll have to push the spring bar. It's tricky, so when you push and you see, and when you feel the spring bar loosening up, you'll have to also wiggle and push the band away. Push the links away using your finger. As you push into the spring bar, you have to push the links away so they come apart. Oy. It's coming apart. Oopsie. Came apart and the spring bar has flown away. Go catch the spring bar. Here it is. This one flew, so you have to be really careful. If you flip this around, you'll also have to flip this around. Okay, let's do this. Remember how we struggled with the other end? Let's struggle some with this as well. Okay, once the spring bar is aligned with the hole on one side, just use the spring bar to push it in. While you push it in, you make sure you use your thumb to really press into it. Fail. There you go. Wow. That is it. Now all that is left is to connect this with this. They also have these micro adjustment option. So once you're done with the links, if you still want it a bit tight or loose, you can always use the micro adjustment. So first, let's connect the buckle, and then let's look into the micro adjustment if at all we need it. So this is a spring bar for the buckle. Okay. All right. Make sure it's sitting on one side first. Just really stick it in. Once that is done, you bring it close here. So it's kind of sitting on one end. One end of the spring bar is really in that hole. So what you have to now do is use the spring bar tool to push it in so it sits in this hole. All right, you heard that click because the spring bar is sitting on both ends. You have to make sure you can really see the ends of the spring bar to make sure it is sitting in those spring bar slots on that buckle. Let's just test it out. It's still a bit loose. I think there is a 1 finger gap between the band and my wrist. So we can close that now. We don't have to remove any more links because that will make it very tight. We have removed 5. So what we can now do is use the micro adjustment option. So it is at the last slot here, this end of the band. So we can move it not to the next one. I will move it to the third slot from this end, this one, and see how it fits. Now this is fairly simple. You'll have to use the pusher. You just have to loosen the spring bar and then just push it along. Okay, just push on this. It'll come loose. Okay, you guys have no idea how difficult it is to do this and record because I'm looking at this screen on my camera. I'm not even looking at the watch. Let's just stick it in the third slot here. Yes, it's sitting. Now use the spring bar tool and it should sit on the third slot here as well on this side. Make sure it is not slanty so it doesn't go to the wrong slot. There we go. Is it sitting? Second, oh, I'm sorry, it went to the wrong slot. Damn it. It's sitting in the third slot and it has to sit in the third slot on this side as well. So there we go. Yep, I think we have achieved it. It's not that loose. I still have one more slot that I can push the micro adjustment to, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna keep it like so. Now the finger doesn't slip through and there it is. That's how it looks. The band has been adjusted on the GMW-B5000. Please like, share and subscribe if you found this helpful. And thanks to Random Rob for the video 5 years ago, was it? It really helped. Really guys. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Take care.